Hey, what's up, guys? We're here in the third game of this Baller February 15 NBA Game Day Edition. This is gonna be a cool one because it involves my New York Knicks. Okay, now, no kidding. This is New York Knicks versus Atlanta Hawks, the third game. But before we start, I'm just inviting everyone who have not joined and who have not subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, Baller, to please click on the subscribe button below and also include that bell logo beside it. That way, automatically, you guys will be informed if ever we would have a new prediction or new video uploaded. Okay? Again, this is New York Knicks versus Atlanta Hawks. This is an Eastern Conference battle tonight. Let's take a look at the records of both teams. For New York Knicks, it's number 7 of the Eastern Conference, and their record is 13 wins and 15 losses. What's good about New York Knicks is that they are enjoying back-to-back wins. So they are in a roll somehow, right? I mean, back-to-back wins is back-to-back wins. Um, for Atlanta Hawks, though, they are number 10, and the record is 11 wins and 15 losses. So they're not really that far though. They're just one game behind. It's just that for Atlanta Hawks, they are actually suffering a 3-game losing streak. So if New York Knicks is somehow having this back-to-back wins, Atlanta Hawks is actually suffering a 3-game losing streak. So talk about momentum. Obviously, New York is gonna have the edge on this battle. But let's take a look at the other details of this game. This one will be played at New York's home court, MSG, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 8:30 a.m. Manila. So obviously New York would have the home court advantage. So talk about home court advantage. New York has it. Talk about momentum. New York has it. So if we would try to consider the fatigue factor on this, New York really did not have any game yesterday. And Atlanta Hawks, well, you know what? They didn't play as well yesterday. So both teams must be okay and must be rested going to this particular game. Now let's go and check on the injuries. For the injuries, there are a couple of players for New York who won't really be playing for such some time now, and that Mitchell Robinson, they're starting big, is actually out because he would need to undergo a surgery because of the fracture that he had on his hand. So all the prayers for Mitch. I hope that he would be back soon. Um, the estimate is 4 to 6 weeks. So yeah, that should really hurt. For the other player who is actually out, and this is due to COVID-19 protocols, that will be Frank Telekina. Now, for the Atlanta Hawks, their health woes continue. There are a lot of players who won't be playing or who would be listed as day to day on this game. Chris Dunn is not playing. Tony Snell listed as questionable for this one. Rondo already ruled out for this game. And Bogdan Bogdanovic and DeAndre Hunter, they are still not playing for this one. Okay, so what do I pick? Well, obviously you guys know what I'm about to say. It's gonna be New York Knicks, and because it is New York Knicks, number one because I love New York Knicks, and number two because New York Knicks is just on a roll. Ever since they reacquired Derrick Rose, they've won 2 games out of those 3 games that they had Derrick, and that only loss that they had when they got Derrick back was just a 2 point loss, and that was against a Miami Heat, an already rejuvenated Miami Heat with Butler's back, Duncan Robinson, Oladipo, and all those. So it's all good for me. It's all good. That's the first time that Derrick Rose was back, and after that, again, they've had back-to-back wins, and not only because Derrick Rose is actually helping out in terms of scoring, in terms of assists. Um, for some reason, New York Knicks is in a different in a different groove when they got Derek back, especially with the second unit that they have. I'm not sure if you guys have seen them play. Derrick Rose plus IQ or Emmanuel Quickly, plus the bigs that they have Julius Randle, Nerlens Noel. sometimes Bullock. Man, they look fine. Whenever they try to run, Derrick Rose is still attracting defense, and Derrick Rose is more than willing of just go ahead and passing it and giving it to Toppin and giving it to Quickly or giving it to whoever. And it seems to me that Taj Gibson, one of their veterans, one of the bigs that Thibodeau also reacquired, is also helping out in developing the other bigs that they have, like Toppin. Um, while Derrick Rose is taking care of IQ, of Barrett, and all those. So I'm really excited to see how New York would fare on this. But at least with with what we're seeing, we're possibly seeing a New York Knicks in the playoffs for this season. Okay, so Atlanta Hawks, obviously they would rely on Trey Young, but the beauty about New York Knicks is that they have a lot of guards, man. They can actually place a lot of players on Trey Young. It could be Barrett, it could be Peyton, it could be Derrick Rose, it could be Quickly, it could be Kevin Knox if they would want to put some size or height on it. So they have a lot of options. They even have Austin Rivers, man. I almost forgot about Rivers already, but what I'm saying is they have a lot of options to prevent Trey Young from from exploding. Now I know they may have some problems with Capella since Mitchell Robinson is out, but mind you, they still have Nerlens Noel, and I'm pretty sure that Capella would also be busy trying to contain and trying to defend Julius Randle, the one who's actually performing like an all-star in New York Knicks. I actually voted for Julius Randle, man. If ever you guys would want to support New York or Randle, please do. And again, in terms of momentum, Atlanta Hawks, for some reason, they've been losing and they are missing a lot of players right now. So I'm siding with New York. I'm even surprised that New York has the plus in here. Plus, New York is actually playing at home. I'm not really sure who created this spread, but again, my bet on this one would be New York Knicks. Sorry about that. New York Knicks plus 1.5. All right. Now just stay there for you for those who would still want to check on the 4th, 5th, 6th. How many games left? 4 games left. Just stick around. We'll be working on the other games. Now we will be uploading them as soon as we are done. Okay? Peace out. Have a love and God bless.